G'day folks, Ben from Stones down here at Adelaide's Caravan Camping and Outdoor Sale. On the 23-0 stand, showing you how to set up and pack away the 23-0 Vert-X. This is the latest version of the original Saber Vert-X rooftop tent. So they've taken all the best features and improved it basically. Now, starting off with the basics, the tent itself, so just this section here is 78 kilos. Add another 6 kilos for the roof rails on top here, another 5 kilos for the ladder at the back. 89 kilos for everything in total. You can pack the ladder inside here. We've got it separately at the moment to help with getting up to the tent for setup and pack down because it's quite a tall vehicle. Now it measures 2.15 meters in length externally, 1.45 meters in width, and the tent itself, just this section here, is 18 centimeters in height. Add another 5 centimeters for the roof rails on top here, about another 2.5 centimeters for the mounting rails underneath. Bit under 30 centimeters total extra height on top of your vehicle. Now, if you want to know all the features, what it looks like inside, a walkthrough of all the features on the outside, check out our other video on that. Or if you want to see how to set it up and how to pack it away, stick around right after this. Before we dive in, we've got loads more content like this on our channel, so make sure you like and subscribe below. Now let's jump into the product. Now, first step for setup is 4 latches. There's 2 on each end. These undo really easily, undo those, and then we go to the far end of the tent where we just push it and most of the setup's then done. Now I've got the ladder already sitting on here because we are at the show, but typically this would be packed up either inside the tent. So for now, if I've got a nice big lip on the back of this car, I could stand on, lift it up and get the ladder out, but alternatively you could put this in the back of your car so that when you get to set it up, you can then extend the ladder out. It's a telescopic ladder that extends really easily. This hooks on the rails here. You've just got just hooks over. There's no securing it, just hooks over. But you need to adjust the ladder. You can see there's quite a big angle here at the moment. You adjust it from the top up. So you've got little buttons underneath each rung here. Push this up towards the tent and adjust from the top down. So don't adjust the rails at the bottom, adjust the rails at the top until it sits at around about that sort of angle, about a 70-degree angle. If we now climb up, we can grab this handle here, and the new long 3 hinges they've got for this tent make it really, really easy to set up. We get to about here, let it go, it does it all by itself. You've then got this elastic strap around here. We need to pull this down and just hook it around the edge of the frame here. We do this at this end and also at the foot end of the tent. And before we go any further, I briefed over the installation and recommended installation process for the tent on top of the vehicle. You can see here it's mounted on 4 roof rails, which is ideal because it's really secure. It's only secured in 4 spots, but it makes it really sturdy. It's got all these extra points in the middle. So just the rest of it, you've got a lot of weight inside, also less movement when you're driving. Now you can have 3 is recommended. You can have 2. If you've got 2, don't have any more than about 600 mil of overhang at any end, and just use some common sense around it as well. You don't want to be putting heaps of weight on one end if you've only got 2 mounting rails, but you can't have just 2 rails close in the middle here with that much overhang. That's not going to work. Now, next step for setup is to crawl inside and set up our awning. Before I do that, I'm just going to crawl up the ladder here, roll up the doors so we can access inside. Okay, so now we're going to set up our awning, this loose fabric around the side here. So I've got just inside the tent, these can sit just flat inside here, 4 of these poles. These are flexible poles. They go inside our little awning risers here. So slide this in here, make sure it seats all the way in, so it goes right through to the backing plate there. And then flex these up, and then this hooks over here like this, and that just holds the awning out. Got 4 of them to put in place, 2 on this side, 1 on each side. One other thing I should mention before we do the last awning pole is there is an extra pole tucked away underneath the mat here. This is fixed in the corner here. It's an extension pole that you just extend and twist. This just sits up in the corner here to give this support. So if you've got a bit of extra weight on top or in really, really windy weather, and you find that the top is moving a little bit, those struts aren't quite enough to hold it without movement, you can just put this in the corner, extend it, tighten it up against the roof, and it just gives this a bit of rigidity. We don't need that when it's sitting inside here today, and if it's really calm weather, you're probably not going to need it. When you don't need it, it just sits tucked away down next to the mat here. You won't even know that it's there. Last thing to do is put the last awning pole out here, and we're all set up. That's the Saber Vert-X all set up. There is an LED light inside here that we can plug USB into a power bank to get some light inside if you like. You've got the powered access in the far corner where you can plug your own lights in if you like, or run wires or fans inside if you like, but the basic tent is set up now. Took a bit longer in this video because I talked you through it, but it's really, really easy to set up all by yourself. Now, pack up is everything in reverse. We'll start by taking all the poles out from the awning. Now, Probably best to unroll these doors. If it's bulky fabric, it can make it harder to pack it up. It just creates more bulk when you're flattening the tent out. So unroll these doors, and it's really important to make sure you leave a mesh door open or somewhere where air can escape. So don't zip the solid doors up internally. Inside, just leave them sitting flat against the floor. So right now what I'm going to do is just unroll these, but I'm just going to leave them sitting loose like this, so that this can sit flat if I like. I can use the Velcro straps, but this is allowing air to escape out here. And I've also got the mesh panels on the side. The mesh doors, I haven't done the solid panel up on those, so the air's going to escape as I close this down. Next step is to grab our elastic that runs right around the base here. This is just a continual piece of elastic. They've got a little orange tab here to easily locate it. We pull this up and we locate it in the middle to pull all this fabric in, and we need to do the same thing at the far end of the tent, where the tent now lifts up a little bit. Now, as I mentioned, there is room to pack the ladder on the inside. This is a really tall vehicle, so I'm actually going to pack the ladder in the back of the vehicle because I can use the ladder to get up here and close this down, easy to reach the latches. So grab our strap. This can sometimes sit inside here once we put this elastic up. So pull it to the outside and then just pull this down to the point where you can reach this. And actually, that takes over by itself. That was super easy to close. The new hinge frame, or the new long through hinge, makes this really easy to open and close. Stuff the strap here inside, just tuck it in. You want to go around the outside of the tent and just make sure all the fabric is tucked inside this rubber hinge here. This is what's going to keep the dirt, the rain and everything out of your tent. So I'll just go around, make sure that's all tucked in, and then we can do up these latches. And the hinge on this kind of wants to close down. It's quite a secure close. It's not wanting to open at all, which can make it a little hard to tuck the fabric in further down. If you are finding it difficult, or in this instance, the vehicle's really high and the awning's in the way, just lift the tent up a little bit at the end here, put your hand under, and just pull the fabric to the middle from here. You can see that tucked in on the side there, so I didn't have to get my fingers in all the small gaps. That's ready to do up now. These latches do up really easily, like this, 1, 2, 2 on the other end, and that's the tent packed up. That's the 23-0 Saber Vert-X all packed up. They've certainly made some really well thought out improvements to the tent, the features. You see that in our other video, but how this packs away as well, and also how well it all seals up. This is a really weatherproof design now, ready to hit the road, whatever trail, wherever the trails take you. 23-0s at Saber Vert-X, available now online at snowies.com.au.